Hello everyone and welcome to our new webinar. My name is Theo and today I want to present you Twinmotion. What exactly is Twinmotion? We're going to see today. But first, who we are? We are Icospace and we are official SketchUp distributor for Eastern Europe. We are V-Ray Training Center and we are place for 3D artists and future 3D artists. If you want to understand more about us, you can visit our website. And today, in this webinar, we're going to see the Twinmotion, navigation and setting, and how can we take SketchUp file and import in Twinmotion, and of course, how can we place the material in Twinmotion. What is Twinmotion? Twinmotion is real-time visualization software. When we move our position in scene, we see the material and lighting and shadow and global illumination and volume effects in real time. Before to start Twinmotion using, you have to configure your computer. The Twinmotion needs more GPU power because the most important things here is GPU. I prepare this scene for you in our webinar, and let's see how it looks and how can we find some object, material, landscape, and how can we rotate it, scale it, and navigate. Okay, let's open the scene. We see our scene in real time. What we have on the first look? On the left side, we have a huge library. We can hide and unhide this panel. Of course, from right side, we can do it the same. From here, we can click and import our objects. Let's see what can we import here. We can import FBX, SKP, OBJ, C4D files, 3ds, DFX, and much more different files. Here we can see our loaded 3D geometry files and of course their format. From context, we can create paths, vegetation scatter, and urban. From here we can control our location, weather, lighting, and camera. We can do the same things from here, from this eye icon. When I click here, I can change the time of day, and everything happens in real time. From here I can change my speed, moving, and create screenshots, look to the ground, or fly mode. The next two mini are to set up our files. Here from media we take our image. Also we can create panorama with 360-degree view and video file. Phasing is when we create architecture projects. We can see how building is grow up to different phase. And presenter mode export the Twinmotion file, and we can use this file to virtual reality. The last menu, export, is only for exporting files. When we load image here, we can export this image to different format. The maximum resolution here is 9 and 10 key. This is a very huge resolution for this software. Here from statistics we can see our frame per second. When I move, I can see my quality setup, and this scene is a little bit heavy. Let's see what will happen when we hide some of this heavy geometry. From the right panel here, I select my tree and hide from this button like normal layer normal layer in different software. When I click here, I can see the better frame per second. Here I have information how many percent GPU used, CPU, or file loading times. Here I can see the polygons, object, and texture size. Okay, let's see how can we move object in Twinmotion. First, let's select this tree. When I select this tree, I have gizmo, and from this icon I can change my function, scale, rotate, or move. Let's select move, and when I click here, I can move only the one axis, this tree, and when I select here, I can move it on the ground. When I select this yellow part of dot, I can snap my object to ground and different faces. Okay, let's talk about quality. Now I use the wall quality on my computer because the scene is heavy, and when we work in this scene we move our object, and it's good for you to use the medium quality. When you want to see the last material with lights, reflection and shadow, you can switch on to ultra quality setting. But okay, from where can we configure our Twinmotion? From edit, when I press the preferences, quality, I can see my quality setting. Okay, here I can click on this button, automatic setup, and system choose the better options for me. For me, the better option is medium. You can see the wall, medium, high, and ultra quality. The wall is like a tablet. Medium is for a notebook. I use notebook. High is for personal computer, and ultra is for workstation. Okay, let's change the quality to ultra. I select ultra and press OK. You can see a lot details here, volume illumination, reflection, shadow, but when I move my scene, and 4 frames per second. This is very bad. Let's switch back to medium quality, and here from view distance I can change to low. Okay, perfect. Now I have smoothly work. It's very important to know this about Twinmotion, because Twinmotion use almost 100% of your video cards. Okay, let's open new Twinmotion scene and to configure our navigation. Okay, the first window gives us information which button can we use to rotate and move, the scroll button and right button. And here from navigation mode we can choose our software. If you work with 3ds Max, Archicad for the cinema, the navigation it's same from this software to Twinmotion. I'm going to choose the SketchUp because I use SketchUp and I want to transfer my SketchUp model to Twinmotion. Okay, perfect. Here we can change the different speed of our moving. Let's open the big one, scene. When I press W, S, D and A, I can move like a video game. When I press the M button, I am on walking mode. I can control this speed from here. When I press the I button, I can change time of day, and here I can control the speed. The first is walk speed, bicycle speed is second, and car speed is third. It's not necessary every time to click here on this icon. It's very easy to use your keyboards 1, 2 and 3. When I press 1, my speed is locking like normal person. When I press 2, my speed is like a bicycle speed, and when I press 3, the speed is like car speed. When I press button M again, I can switch on to fly mode. Now I can see all of my scene. This scene is heavy, about the tree. Let's hide it. When I select, I press the hide button here. The huge scene. What will happen if we want to zoom to some object? When I select this object, I will press the F button and I can zoom close to this object. Twinmotion is like a video game, but the difference here is we can configure any of materials, we can put vehicles, characters and nature. how can we use our custom project? I prepare simple scene to this house. I download this model from 3D Warehouse, and now I want to transfer it to the Twinmotion. Twinmotion have a direct link plugin for SketchUp. When you go to unrealengine.com, Twinmotion plugins, here you can see the direct plugin for Archicad, Revit, SketchUp Pro, and Rhino. I use the last version of Twinmotion, and very important thing is when you download this direct link to check first one your version. Okay, let's open this SketchUp project in our Twinmotion. When you install the direct plugin in SketchUp, you're going to see this toolbar. You have to click here on this icon to load the model, but first one, let's see our setting here. The very important is to choose this one, merge by material, because if you no merge any of this object, you can not select the materials. This is very important, and please check this. Merge by material. Okay. Let's open this project. When I press here on the I button, Twinmotion is running. And here from direct link, we have to select the new project. I select new project and press OK. Choose the navigation mode. SketchUp is by default. You can switch off this dialog box. Show this on startup. Okay. We have synchronization. And now we wanna see our scene here. We can select it, any of this object, we can move and rotate, but most important things here is we can control SketchUp file and reload Twinmotion file. If we want to move some object like this object here, we can move it or copy it. And now just press again this button, see in Twinmotion, and synchronization is starting. It's a very better way to put different geometry and move objects in SketchUp. Okay, perfect. Now here double steps. Let's talk about the material in Twinmotion. Where is the library and how can we put material on the object? And how can we control this object in our Twinmotion scene? Let's take a look at the roof. From this icon here, I can select any of my scene material. When I press here, I can see the material. My library is load here. I can find the roof folder and select any of this roof material. When I hold my mouse on this material, I can see the preview. I have two options to put this material. Hold the left button, drag material on this one, and our material is placed. From scale, we can change the resolution of this material and position. The second way is to click again with left button and drag material directly on the object. Let's scale it again. Perfect. Let's change a couple of this material. We can put more beautiful photorealistic wood material here. Let's find the wood folder. We can see preview. This is a floor material. Okay, this looks good. When I press here, I can hold and put directly on the object. From scale, I change material scaling. Let's change the lighting in our scene. We can create different reflection on our ready materials. How can we do this one? Let's take the house material, and from here, from reflection, we can put a reflection in this material and put custom texture. We can control the color, opacity. Here we have color wheel. Rotation, axis and speed material. From setting, we can put the bump. From more, we can load texture. The Twinmotion material are physically based. Scale, reflection, refraction, and bump. Okay, let's bring it to life, our scene, and talk about a little bit landscape in our project. First one, from material, I'll select the nature and I'll put the grass material here. I can change some of this material here. We can see the difference in real time. Let's put some titles here. but let's use the exterior. Okay, perfect. Let's change a little bit scale here. Okay. Let's put landscape. Again, I go back to library and I select vegetation and landscape. Here I can find the trees and grass. Let's select grass and move to our scene. You can see the geometry here. But this way is very slow here. How can we do this faster? Let's select first our ground and isolate this object. When I press with right button here, I can switch on and off isolate mode. Now I can see only this grass. I click here on the context and vegetation paint. Now I can select some of this grass. I can select two different on my model. Select one, hold Control and select the second one and press here on vegetation paint. Now we have a brush. We can control diameter and drawing grass in our scene. Now we can draw only this in these spaces. We can control the density in our object. When we are ready, unisolate every object. Okay, perfect. Let's put some tree in our scene. You can find the tree in vegetation and landscape folder, trees. Just hold and click in scene. We can select two or three of this tree, and when we drag in our model and move and click, our object is changed. Okay, perfect. Let's put a little bit clouds. I can do this from a location. First, change and set up my time of day and light. I can rotate the sun. Here I can see the beautiful shadow. I can change the background from here and select any of these beautiful backgrounds. From weather, I can change my weather in scene. When I switch on to raining day, I can see the rain, and when I change the season, I can see only snow in my scene. I want a little bit clouds here to bring to life my scene. Okay, perfect. Now we can save this image, press the button save, and from export menu we can export this beautiful image file. Or also we can create walk around video clip. I create a little bit preview from our first scene. The resolution here is 4K. Beautiful. The Twinmotion is a very fast way to visualize your projects. Now it's time for questions. If you have any questions, please use the QA form. And if you want to understand more about us, visit our channels: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And thank you. This is my personal email. If you have a question, please use it.